Hello everyone and welcome back to the Switch 2 Welcome Tour. We're back again on the Joy-Con 2L area because I'm not taking any Ls. Wait, would it be I'm taking Ls because I'm in the L area? Who cares? Whatever. Anyway, last time we did the camera, which was actually quite interesting, and you got to see my ugly mug for like at least a minute of the video. And we played a few games. This time well, it looks like we're going inside the left Joy-Con, I believe. Well, that's what I'm guessing. Let's open up. We've got all the stamps. Yippee! Head on down to the left Joy-Con. And here we are. It kind of looks like the right Joy-Con, only less stuff in it. Joy-Con 2L inner area. Feels weird being on the underside of the thing that we started this place on. But anyway, we've got a few things. Can we go down further like we can on the other one? We can. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Well, I guess you're seeing the entire Joy-Con now. Ooh, and also, we have a lost and found. Oink. Right, okay. You got the HD Rumble up here. Ooh, that looks interesting. Right. Should we do like the bottom to top first? Sure, why not? We'll do the bottom top first. What do you want to say? It's kind of tough for me to understand how... Oh, I'm going to have to switch my display around every, like, 20 seconds, aren't I? Have you read the insight in Area B called Less Choppy? It explains VRR. Maybe? I don't remember. We probably did. What about you? You'll see a difference if you toggle between variable frame rate and VRR at 20 FPS. I don't really get it, but I can tell it stuttered less with VRR. Speaking of VRR, let's see what this is all about. This isn't exactly a minigame, but here you get a hands-on look at VRR or variable refresh rate. Wherein the whole bunch of characters on screen and the game starts to struggle displaying them, the screen can start to look jittery, but the role of variable refresh rate is to prevent that. Honestly, this is a pretty complex topic, but give the VRR tech demo a try and you might get a better idea of what I mean by jittery. Do I need anything? Oh. Okay, well, looks like I'm doing a, we've broken the trend. We've broken the trend of, like, not having to do videos on my phone. It's so annoying. Fuck, this game sucks. So Nintendo Switch 2 buttons are bigger than those on Nintendo Switch. Now, I think about it, they are easier to press. I haven't noticed that. They might be, like, 8 nanometer bigger. Do you know how the buttons work on the Joy-Con 2 controller? How about the screws hidden inside the controllers? You know about them, right? No? I mean, I haven't really taken them apart. Joy-Con Insights 2. What is this Joy-Con Insights 1? Here you can learn about how the Joy-Con 2 magnetics move slightly. You can learn about little magnetic circuits too. Yes, I'm interested. Magnetic Connector Insights 3. Okay. I have a feeling that we're skipping a lot of this stuff here. We'll do the Joy-Con Insights. Easy to press buttons. The Joy-Con 2 controllers slot and sir buttons are much larger. Yeah, they are. They're like those things are like tiny. Like you had to hit them with your pinky finger. As a matter of fact, the A, B, X, and Y buttons are also bigger too. Yeah, look, they're not bigger by much, but they are bigger. This makes it all easier to use. The buttons are larger. Yeah, nice. How the buttons work. You press the switch and it goes kink. Underneath the Joy-Con 2 buttons is a dome-shaped piece of metal, and beneath that, an incomplete circuit. Right? When you press a button, the dome bends downwards. The dome touches the circuit and completes it. The computer catches this and knows which button has been pressed. All told, it's a pretty simple mechanism. Nice. Hidden screws. How does a Joy-Con 2 controller stay together? I don't know. With glue? It's held tight with a number of screws. There are 4 total. Can you tell where they are? Let's have a look, actually. Okay, there's one there. There's one there. I can only see 2. Let's see the answer. I just did. 2 screws on the... Yeah, I saw those 2 screws attached to the main body, but on the other side, no screws are visible at first glance. The other 2 are hidden by a lid. Thanks to this, the screws in the surroundings are less likely to get dirty. Oh, is that what the little, like, thing is? It looks like a compartment. I'm guessing it's like a lid to house the screws. Cool. Okay. Prevent them from being touched during play. Nice. Excellent. Right, click that back on. You can take the quiz now. Woo! Alright, let's get screwed by this quiz. Joy-Con 2 controllers, Volume 2. Question 1. How have the Joy-Con Sur and Sur buttons changed? They're softer, yeah. I don't know, do they feel softer? I mean, I don't know, maybe. But they are bigger. Bigger, harder, faster, stronger. The gem-shaped part underneath the buttons is made out of which material? Concrete, yeah. Nice one. Question 3. 2 of the outer screws that keep the Joy-Con 2 controller together are visible with more hidden. How many outer screws are there in total? There are 4. And let's see how we did. Of course, we got them all right. Doink. Perfect score, amazing. You wiped the floor with that quiz, okay. Nice. Wiping floors with quizzes. What do you have to say? Hi, have you been reading the insights? Let me see your map for a second. Wow, you filled a lot in. Of course I have. I'm the best. On the next area, I need to go back to the console. Ooh, okay. A little bit of a spoiler sneak peek alert there. What do you have to say? Connectors move? Really? Well, I mean, yeah, how else would you take them on and off? Moving connectors. One way the Nintendo Switch 2 console and the controllers are linked is via connectors. These connectors can't slide around much. They're designed to only move very slightly. Note this video is purely for reference. Even if the controllers are not perfectly lined up when you attach them, the connectors will do the rest of the work. Their positions will line up perfectly. Nice. It's sort of like the what was it? Was it like the magnets and the SL and SR being like loose, so they have a better sort of like connection. The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach firmly to the console. Why is this? Well, because otherwise it will fall off. It's not just because the magnets are very strong. The consoles and the SR and SUR buttons form a strong magnetic circuit. To create this strong circuit, we simulated lots of different combinations and positions. Out of these, we selected the magnetic circuit that resulted in the strongest possible configuration. In this case, it makes the circuit less likely to cause issues. This means it won't interfere with other magnetic parts. Nice, okay. What is said circuit? I guess they won't tell us. Release buttons are used to attach to the Joy-Con 2 controllers for the console. We made it so you can detach the controllers easily, even with very little force. When you press the release button, a small rod juts out of the controller. This rod pushes against the main body of the console. You shouldn't need to press the button very hard to reach this point. Using the principle of leverage, it pushes against the console with over twice the usual force. The magnets that attach the controllers to the console are strong, yes, but if they're separated by even a short distance, they become very weak. When the rod pushes against the console, the controller moves away just a little. This makes it easy to detach. Also, the direction in which you press the release button is the same direction that you'll pull to detach the Joy-Con 2 controllers. This detail makes it even easier to remove. Nice. I do like that. How it's like quite easy to remove. There we go. I don't know why I did it, but won't like okay, that I don't know, that like little like bit in there looks like really flimsy. Like if you press it and it just snaps, then like you're screwed. It's time for a quiz. Shouldn't be a problem for you, of course not. Let's try it out. We love magnets. We love magnets. Next, question 1. The connectors used to attach the Joy-Con 2 controllers to the Nintendo controllers designed to ease the process, but wait, they have eyes! They can move a little. They have eyes, they can see! What is it that makes the Joy-Con 2 SUR and SUR buttons attached so firmly to console magnets? A strong magnetic circuit. Question 3. When you press the release button, how much force does the rod that pushes against the Nintendo Switch 2 console apply compared to the force you use to press the release button? Twice as much. And there we go. Easy. Easiest quiz of my life. So easy, I could do it while I'm doing a handstand. I don't know. No mistakes. What's call you? Some kind of magnetic maestro? You and the magnetic connectors must have a strong connection. I do indeed. Oh, I will be right back. I just noticed something. Okay, I didn't realize that I wasn't recording in 4K, so my disk space wasn't being eaten up like 20 million times. Also, I don't know why, but the game sound here corrupted and the video glitches. So yeah, it's only just a split. Finally, match the rumble. Pairs. It's open for me and no one else because you suck. Like sunlight in spring, it would warm my heart if you played this game with me. HD Rumble 2 can create fast vibrations. You'll be amazed. Feel it in your palms, at the rumbles for your hands as well as your heart. Feel the vibration. Remember it in match pairs. Each image rumbles. Now a hint for you. Choose a vibration. Consider the vibrations of images. Let's go. I don't know why I put on that voice. It is also clear to me that I need to move the mouse because this is probably a mouse game. Wow, who would have seen that one coming? Right. Unclick here. Oh wait, I had to hold one normally and one like a mouse? What? Okay. Hidden rumble. Okay. Oh, it does it through... Okay, okay. That one is the same as that one. Nice. Oh my god, wait. No, that's actually so cool. Okay. I think that's that one there. Yeah, bell. What is you? That sounds... That feels like a hammer. Yeah, that's the same. Yes, a hammer. Oh my god, I'm so good. What are you? What is that? Is that a yo-yo? Okay, that's definitely a motorbike engine that I just clicked on. That's a basketball. Wait. That one and that one. Motorbike, yeah. And then you and you? No? You and you? Yeah, yo-yo. There we go. Nice. Oh my god, 24 moves. I'm such a pro gamer. Look at that. That was actually really fun seeing what the images actually were. It did feel accurate actually. I'm impressed with that HC Rumble demo. You work so quickly, matching pairs and rumbles to masterful display. I hope you had fun. Thank you for playing this game. Rumble on, my friend. I will do. Oh, speaking of, I should probably get like the stamps. HC Rumble 2. Boink. Where next? This should be the battery, right? Yeah, I remember. I'd sit down in here. I guess we need to go upstairs for some more gaming goodness. Oh, hello. Joint pen. What are you? What are you up here? Oh, you're the minus button. Right. Nope. What is this quiz? How are the Joy-Con 2 control sticks different from control sticks to the past, and what exactly were past Nintendo control sticks like? Do you think you'd be interested? Yes! So good at building a mastery control stick insights await. I read that really wrong, but who cares? Easier to use sticks. The Joy-Con 2 control sticks have changed a lot from the Joy-Con control sticks of Nintendo Switch. They're bigger and easier to place your fingers on. They can also move a little wider. Ooh. I just wiggled the stick because I saw the left and right arrows. The control sticks are a little easier to press in. Multiple efforts were made to make them easier to use. Yeah, but do they drift less? That is the question. What do you have to say? Smooth control stick movements. Joy-Con 2 control sticks have been given some attention. We want the controls to feel nice and comfortable. To that end, we make sure that they move smoothly and don't feel like they're snagging. They also snap back to the center. It'll make sense once you compare it to the control sticks on the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con. Wait, what do you mean? Like, the other ones snap back to the center as well, no? How the control sticks work. At the bottom of each control stick... Oh wait, gotta wait. There's a part that touches a spot where electricity flows. So when a stick is tilted, the part that touches the spot moves depending on the degree of tilt. When that part is touching the spot moves, the strength of the electrical flow changes. The computer detects this to know how much the control stick is being tilted. This mechanism can even detect the slightest of movements, which allows for very precise controls. Let me guess, this final one is going to be history of control sticks. Yeah, how did I guess that? For decades now, Nintendo controllers have had control sticks. The first Nintendo controller to feature control stick was the Nintendo 64, all the way back in 1996. Then came the Nintendo GameCube controller, which had both a control stick and a dedicated C-stick. The Nunchuck for Wii has a control stick. while the Classic Controller and Classic Controller Pro, also for Wii, both have L&R sticks. The Wii U Gamepad and Wii U Pro Controller also have L&R sticks, along with Joy-Con and the Nintendo Switch Pro Controller. How many of those controllers did you recognize? All of them, because I'm a nerd. We've been reshaping and improving controls as time goes on. I didn't actually own these two controllers here. Also, I don't know what Nintendo were like smoking when they had a cable coming from the bottom of the controller. I don't have a Switch Pro controller, but I have a Wii U Pro controller, so that's pretty cool. I used to play Smash on it quite a bit. The sticks were like really weird on the Wii U Pro controller. I don't know why. Anyway, now you got it all down. Pop quiz. Okay, Insights quiz. Control sticks. Question 1. In what way have the Joy-Con 2 control sticks changed compared to... Sorry, I fell asleep during that question. They're fluffier. They now have pointy tips. Yes. Fluffy, pointy tips. That's the main improvement. What feature has been added to the Joy-Con 2 control sticks to make them easier to use? They emit a nice scent when you move them, yes. They snap back to the center. They always did snap back to the center, no? Like, what? The strength of what changes when you move the Joy-Con control sticks enemy characters? The electrical flow. Question 4. Which of the following Nintendo consoles does not include control sticks on their console? The Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Because that used a D-pad. Bam. Nice. Did I scare you? Hope I scared you. Guess nothing about the control sticks can surprise you now. Nope, because I am the control stick master. I'm the master of the sticks. I remember the Nintendo 64 control stick... What? I remember the Nintendo 64 control stick the Insight talked about. How many hours did I log on that thing? This all really brings back memories. Okay, old man, shut up. Oh, I didn't need to zoom out. Hello. We put us right beneath the directional buttons. In that case... Up button. Right button. Down button. And finally... Oh, left button. What does that spell? Yeah, I'm not going to bother. I think there are some more minigames in this area. I bet there's more to see. Let's check on the ladder. Screw you, I've already done it. What are you? What actually are you? Oh, hello. Oh, capture button. Yep. Makes sense. Do you think this is actually like the internal circuit board of the Switch controller? If it is, that's really, really cool. Did I get all the stamps? I'm missing one on this level as well. We'll do this. Colouring in is satisfying, but doing it quickly so tough. That kid over there is really good at it. Must be some trick to it. Yeah, I got 2 clear medals. Huh? You want to know a trick? Just don't be afraid of sticking out. I'll be colouring in. Colour the shape's triangle. This minigame will give you a taste of mouse controls. When using a mouse, you typically aren't required to rotate it. But in this minigame, you will do just that. You'll be rotating the Joy-Con 2 left and right while using mouse controls. You must colouring the shapes, taking care not to go outside the lines. The trick is to angle the marker in such a way that it streamlines this process. Let's colour in a triangle, guys, because I have nothing better to do at 1:15 in the morning. Fuck! I did not realise it was that late. Okay. Let's colour in... Oh, quickly. Oh, okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Right. 8 seconds. Is that quick? Okay, apparently it's quick according to the game. That was easy. Nice. Already felt rotating the Joy-Con really added to that. You know, Apple Pencil users eat your heart out. You wield the marker as if it was your own arm. I felt like a toddler colouring in with a crayon. Not gonna lie. Colour the shapes star. Special care on the edges of narrow parts. Okay. Let's get this started, huh? Let's get it started, yeah. Click. Right, star. I didn't see how fast I needed to colour it in. Oh wait, I went outside the line. I feel like a windscreen weapon. 8:30. Oh wow, I got all 3. Nice. Okay, that was pretty good. pretty good. I'm pretty good at this whole colouring in thing. If I do say so myself. You know, I'm a colouring in connoisseur. Let me guess, it's part 3 open. You colour that in quicker than I can say colour. I don't think it will take you 8 seconds to say colour that in, for sure. 52? Wow, I have 52. Damn. You can now enjoy all the fun that is colour-shaped free flowers. This only has 2 medals. Stalks are particularly thin, so do be careful of those. Let's do it. I'll stalk you out. Oh, wait, that sounds wrong. Okay, edit that one out. Edit that one out. Color shape is free. Flowers. I'm not going to edit that out. Oh, okay. Fill the marked area quickly. Wait, can I color over these bits here? I can, okay. Oh, I flicked and I tilted way too much. Okay. And then we go. Bop. And we go. Wait, wait, what? Where? Apparently I went outside the lines there. Sure. Get the top bit there. And now we go down the stool very carefully. We've got this. And we colour in this one here. And we go there. Oh, I flicked. Damn it! Okay. We'll do the leaf first. Oh, wait, hang on, I've got to tilt it. Wait. There we go. And then we do this little bit here. And then we tilt it around. Okay, I'm having to like crane my wrist a little bit. You don't normally like rotate a computer mouse, so it's a little bit weird. And then we go. And then we go. Whoa, whoa. And then we go. And then we go. What? What? Okay, I feel like it lost calibration there. Recalibrate. Restart. Okay. We go down like this. We go like that. We color this in. Nice. We color this leaf in. Get that a little bit there. Ah! Okay. Grown man fails to colour in picture for kids. Chaos ensues. Okay, we've got that bit there. What if I just colour in the flowers first? That might be a better way to do this. Spin that around. And we do the leaf, and then we go round like that, and then round like that. There we go. Are you fucking kidding me? I was 1 second off. Ah! Okay. You really have to like crane your wrist. Is my sensitivity up like the highest? Controls and accessories. Mount sensitivity high. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. Speed coloring. Ah, went outside line. Okay. Okay, not gonna lie, this is actually really hurting my wrist, sort of like twisting the Joy-Con. I don't know if I'm like doing it right or like holding it right, but I mean, I've done all the mouse games like this, so I don't know. Design flaw, I guess, maybe. Then go, yeah. There we go, get that a little bit. Spin that around. I'm sort of like spinning it around as I'm like coloring in. I don't know if that's like the strat. And then up there. And then no! I was on pace for a world record. Okay. Okay, that bit there. Twist that around there. Do the leaves. Whoop. Ooh, get that there. And then we twist around. We go that. We go. Then we recalibrate. Got that leaf there. Stem, sorry. That stem there, and then there we go. 43.39. My wrist actually hurts from that. That's terrible. Come on, Nintendo, please. I demand a refund. Oh, there's a part 4 as well. How many medals is that going to take? Blindingly quick. You wield the marker as if you are born to do so. There's 84 medals. Okay, alright. Can't do it. Lamau. Oh, hello. Joy-Con 2 chip back. Wow, okay, I guess that's the last of the stamps. Is that everything? I believe so. Oh, we can go to I now. Area I. Okay. Right, okay. We're not going inside the Switch 2, which I thought what we were. I think that's it. So yeah, I guess you'll join me on the floor again for whatever the demo is down here with Ver. Yeah, I guess you'll see me in just a second. And I don't know, if you're not part of the floor gang yet, then I guess you suck. And yeah, if I don't know what I'm trying to say. I get you just suck. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Where's my mouse? Hello, gamers. Welcome back to the floor. I've got the camera zoomed in and also recording in 4K, which I didn't realize my phone could do, but it can do it. Right. VRR, variable refresh rate. Let me turn up the sound so you guys can hear it. We read all this. Blah blah blah. Let's try it out. Bum 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 bum. Experience image smoothness. Because it requires mouse controls. Okay. I might have to pull this out then. Whoop. There we go. Okay, mouse controls. We're doing it on the carpet. I don't know if that's going to affect anything. Do I have like a surface that I can use? Maybe? Hang on, give me a second. I think I've got something. Do you know what? I genuinely had a mouse mat. I'm pretty sure I threw it away the other day. So, yeah. I don't know if you can read this, but we've got manually adjust the slider, experience a fixed frame rate, experience a variable frame rate, experience a VRR, and a question mark. Right. This is apparently 60 FPS fixed frame rate. It's spinning around, having its way. If I speed it up. Whoa. It's spinning around. It's blasting off again. That's rotating that way. That's going back and forth. That's flipping upside down. What does this FPS thing do? Oh, that's 30 FPS. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. Okay, I don't think I need for you to see the mouse control, so I'm just going to pull it back in. So that's 60 FPS there. This is 30 FPS. Ooh. So 60, 30. I can speed it up as well. Womp, womp, womp. And then we have 20 FPS. As you can see, slow and jittery. Variable frame rate. Whoop. Whoop. You can see it like chop and change a little bit. The frame times aren't that stable. And then VRR. It's completely stable, no matter what. You can now set more frames. Oh my god, I'm going to 120 FPS. Whoa, I'm going to 1 FPS. Oh, that actually lags the game. Yeah, 1 FPS, VRR. What about a variable frame rate? Oh. Fixed frame rate? Oh, I can only go 20. So if I go all the way up. 120 FPS. Variable. Variable refresh rate, 60. Is this actually going at 120 FPS? So that's 60. No, I think it is just a 60. Oh, I don't know why they have the option for 120 FPS if you're doing it in a thingy mode. Yeah, let's have a look. Display. 120 hertz output. Spotted by a TV. Yeah, okay. I don't know why there's a 120 hertz option, but it's there. But that's VRR. I don't know how well that picked up on the thing, but we got a medal for it. VRR slider. Click that back on. So how'd it go? It looked even slightly smoother to you with VRR enabled. Then it's a win in my book. Yes, it did. Right, there we go. That is the Joy-Con 2L inner area. Join me next time where we go to the new area, which is somewhere down on the bridge there. I don't know if you can see, but it looks like it is the... Oh, well, I just spoiled it. Floor gang get exclusive spoilers. There we go.
So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.